What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel where I talk and do everything pinball. So if that sounds interesting to you, then hit the subscribe button down below. We're going to dive right into it. We're talking about scammers, and we're talking about a little bit of pinball drama. So let's jump into it. Let's get the scammer portion over and done with. I went over this last night on a live stream. I'm not going to give you the entire dialogue. I believe it's very dry. I merely want to point out to you guys this right here. Now note, I'm currently friends with this particular scammer. I just want to make everyone aware that this is not a legitimate distributor or a pinball dealer of any sorts. I have literally been going back and forth for days with this, I say individual, but more than likely it's more than just one over there in India. But they reached out to me, and the broken English was partly a good giveaway for this, but as well as just me just being inquisitive and knowing what I know about this industry and hobby, and every question was answered incorrectly, to the point where they're telling me that the manufacturer of Tales of the Arabian Nights will cover my playfield, any possible wear and tear. Trust me, I was asking questions just to really highlight how out of touch they really are, to where they were Googling and doing Google Translate for all the things that I was asking them. I just want you to be aware, and also make everybody else aware of this particular page. Now, it may not be Mike's Pinball Machines. It might be Scott's Pinball Machines. But I want to give you as much awareness as I possibly can, because I talked to a couple of other people in my same group, and they said they were reached out either by the same individual or at least the same opening message. So let me give you that. So the first message will be something around like this. Hey, Cary, I hope you're doing well. Sorry for texting you directly. I was wondering if you are a fan of pinball machine games. Immediately, I was like, scammer. But I've got nothing else better to do at the time. Let's have a little chat back and forth. And so basically, I was just trying to waste his time, because he's not trying to waste my time. And that's something I really want to hammer home to a lot of you out there. These people do not care about you. They don't care if you get a game or anything. The thing is, they're not even going to get to the point of trying to take the money for a game. That's not what they're after. They're after that quick couple of $100, if not just a little more, by wanting you to pay for the shipping or whatever up front. They're going to request information so they can register the game to you, and the information is very basic: your name, your phone number, email address, shipping address, and then the game will be registered to you. Now, I gave all this information to them, but it wasn't legitimate. The address went to the Dallas Comedy Club. The phone number was from a scammer that tried to call me earlier that day. The name was John Smith, even though he's got my name literally right here on Messenger. The email address was imwastingyourtime@lol.com. I tried to make it as obvious as I could, but we just kept on coming with it. Okay, so how would you like to make your payment and everything? And so I was like, okay, like, yeah, how are we going to do this? Like, oh, then it finally got to the point to where I'm like, good. So it's going to be $500. I need to do something with the cashier's check because something's wrong with their PayPal account at this point in time. Bunch of bogus crap. Let me just be clear as I possibly can. Spread the word to everybody about this page, but at least make people aware to not trust pinball distributors that are contacting you out of the blue on Facebook Messenger or something like that. They don't do that. A reputable distributor will not randomly reach out to people to buy pinball machines. They don't do that. There's a list of all the reputable certified dealers for like Stern Pinball on Stern Pinball's website, as well as many people in this hobby or industry that can give you dozens, I say dozens, a couple of different distributors that have treated them accordingly. ask around. Anybody can give you a legitimate distro's name, and then that's how you get a hold of them. Not like this. So, but by all means, feel free to go to this particular Facebook page and report them for scam or fraud. I also see that they have 488 friends. 71 of those are mutual people. So if you're friends with this, you might want to unfriend them. I'm about to do it now. My last message to them, I will give you that. So here is my last message to them after the whole issue. I'm like, by the way, if it isn't already obvious, I knew you were a scammer from the very first message. I was bored and played along. I had you guys translating and looking up machine images for nothing. You answered so many questions wrong, and that only highlighted how ignorant you are to the industry. Your page has already been reported for fraud, and I will be making an announcement to the industry very soon to keep people informed about what you are doing. I really hope you come to realize how pathetic you are to dedicate so much time into stealing people's money. I honestly feel the world would be a better place if you just slit your wrists. One less cowardly asshole in the world. Now, I know, Cary, it got really dark right there at the end, but yes, I just don't have much patience for these kinds of people, because in the end, they don't care about you. All they want is your money for literally nothing. They provide no service or anything, merely just a promise. And trust me, there's a whole dialogue about how they're all about customer service. Obviously, copy and paste it from some other kind of HR lingo. But that's pretty much all I need to talk about that. Let me unfriend this person as I speak. Yes, I know. There. So, by all means, visit Mike's Pinball Machines Facebook page and report them for scam or fraud. Now, on to the pinball drama that started earlier this morning. For those of you that are on Facebook and you're into pinball, chances are you're a part of the group Pinball Enthusiasts. There are over 28,000 members of this particular Facebook page. Now, it all started literally like early this morning because one of the two admins of this page had an issue with one of the very well-known person in this industry. And this particular admin, I'm not going to give you his name. I'm merely, you know what, let's just call him Little Bitch, because that's what he is. And the chances are, after this video goes public, it'll get shared to him, and then I'll get banned from Pinball Enthusiasts. Which highlights even further how much of a little bitch he is. So, let's move on. This is what happened. Now, like I said, this is going to have to be from memory because he's already backtracked and deleted these messages. There's a little bit left over from images of screenshots, but how it went, Little Bitch posted this morning that, hey, I got screwed over by Pinball Pimp, also known as Jeff Miller, on eBay. And started stating how he reached out to him and he didn't respond, tried emailing and never got a response back. And so basically he decides that he's going to ban Jeff from Pinball Enthusiast page. And he's blasting this on a page to over 28,000 people, smearing this individual who makes money by selling. You probably know him if you have purchased like stencils for your older Bally games. You probably bought it from Pinball Pimp. So that starts. And then, of course, you have people that know Jeff that start chiming in and trying to defend him, and even being inquisitive kind of thing. Like, are you sure? Have you tried reaching out to him kind of thing? And the people that started to defend him, the little bitch starts banning those people. And it's like, okay, well, you've already overreached your admin abilities by banning somebody who you believe has done you wrong on a completely different platform. Now, you're going to use your admin abilities to start banning people that are for the individual that you have banned because he allegedly did something. Here's the funny thing, guys. Jeff Miller, Pinball Pimp, that he did nothing wrong. The individual's name on eBay, although said Pinball Pimp, it wasn't Jeff Miller Pinball Pimp. It was somebody else, more than likely a scammer. Doesn't matter who they were. It wasn't actually Jeff Miller, the Pinball Pimp. So, unbeknownst to Jeff, he wakes up this morning and is like, what's going on? Kind of thing, with all the people messaging him, wondering why he did this and why he's no longer. So, it's like, what the hell's going on? And so, I'm trying, let me see if I can find some of the screenshots of what little bitch was saying to people. I'm sure there are screenshots in the comments, but this got a lot of traction this morning, guys. Someone named Keith Stanton posted this today. It says, pinball enthusiast. Earlier today, a valuable member of our pinball community was falsely accused of inappropriate action on eBay by admin here, little bitch. He had a bad interaction and mistook Jeff Miller as the pinball pimp on eBay. Jeff's seller ID on eBay is Jetsy69. Jeff has been in the Tampa, Florida for over 30 years. He may have bought his stencil kits for a restoration project, seen his booth at TPF or Expo for his restoration videos on YouTube channel. The Pinball Pimp on eBay is someone else located in St. Simons, Georgia. Jim removed Jeff from this page, EM Pinball and Pinball Classifieds, because evidently Little Bitch is the admin of multiple pinball Facebook pages. Not just the one biggest one that you've ever had or seen, but multiples. And I'll dig a little deeper into that. Just let me finish this. After Jim has had a chance to verify the facts I'm relaying, I'm sure he will correct the matter. Thanks for your support. So he has an image here that basically points out, the different eBay sellers and stuff. But then we have later on the other admin, Bill, reinstated Jeff. Now, I reached out to Jeff for comment on this. I'm like, hey, did little bitch happen to apologize? And do you think he did? No, he didn't even apologize for his actions. And this is where and why I'm calling this man little bitch, because more than likely this is the type of person, guys, that is the absolute worst to have power. This is the kind of person that was a little bitch in school that got picked on. And now the individual's older, and now they've got some sort of sense of power over a social media Facebook page. And now they feel like this is the chance for them to feel powerful over everybody. If you don't agree with what I say or agree with this, then ban hammer, out with you. Oh, you don't like this? Out with you. And this gives him some sense of power.
This gives you power over me?
It's like, so like I said, chances are I'm going to get banned more than likely here very soon for calling him little bitch over and over again. But due to your actions, little bitch, by not even apologizing, making a public statement because you literally smeared this man's name on a very public forum and didn't have the balls to apologize, at least bare minimum, to the 28,000 people that you tried to influence to say that this person screwed you over on more than likely a very small purchase. And it wouldn't surprise me if it was a small purchase. And you're just really, I don't know you. I don't personally know you. But I feel like just by the actions, yeah, that's probably something that you would do. And then, of course, everything's back to good. Bill, the other admin, reinstated Jeff back into Pinball Enthusiast page. And, what's crazy is the amount of support and the likes and the positive comments that went in towards Jeff for being back on literally just a social media Facebook page about pinball. But I think why this got so much attention was the nature of it. And people are well aware that this admin really stretched his abilities way too far and is it completely in the wrong on this. And he's going to be a little bitch and not post a public apology or anything. And has banned multiple people because these people have tried to defend Jeff. and have stated their comments. They have made a comment that this admin doesn't like, so therefore, since he's the admin and a little bitch, he's going to do the ban hammer on everybody. If you go through the rules of the Pinball Enthusiast page, he's not banning people for breaking the rules. He's banning people because they're saying things that he doesn't like. And so, due to the nature of this, there is another Pinball Enthusiast page called Pinball Enthusiast 2.0 that has started on Facebook. I would encourage you guys to join that one. And maybe over time, we'll segue into a Pinball Enthusiast page that isn't guarded by an old begrudging little bitch. So, there it is. Chances are, that's where I'm going to be primarily posting or sharing things or talking with people because, like I said, I'll be banned more than likely tomorrow due to the nature of calling Jim little bitch over and over again. But I think I'm going to digress on this now. I mean, check this out. Got over 700 likes, 127 comments. Of course, I loved it because, this is basically Jeff saying he's back, the real pinball pimp, and just has his links accordingly right here to purchase things. But the amount of support is enough right here. And again, the admin that started this whole thing could have at least apologized, but he didn't. He merely is covering his tracks, deleting posts that show how much of a little bitch he is, and just hoping that people will eventually forget about it. So, that's one of the reasons why I'm making this video. It's gonna stir it up again, and he's gonna think that he's just gonna get away with being a little bitch. No, not gonna happen. See you around, guys. More than likely on Pinball Enthusiast 2.0. I'll catch you on the next one.